Hello Pisces, and welcome to your April. This is the general 2019 reading. I'm Jade with Yes, Yes, Yes. Welcome back to the channel. If you're brand new, welcome. This is the general read, so I read these for Sun, Moon, and Ascendant, and it's very general based on the 2019 whole year spread. We start there, and then we clarify past, present, and future. So, as always, if you are interested in a personal reading, if you want to get deeper into more than what this general is offering, my website information is in the box below, as well as the link to the 2019 overall reading. And if you're resonating with it, let me know, hit that thumbs up button, or leave me a message in the comment section. I love hearing from you all, welcoming you to the community. And yeah, so let's get started. I can go on and on for days. Your overall energy from the Mystical Shaman Tarot, this is the year, the staff. So the staff is about the driving force and finding the balance between two very diverse possibilities. So I'm feeling like for you Pisces, you really are at a place of deciding who you are or where you're gonna go, and it's going from, one place which has been blue, let's just say, and then you're moving to the complete opposite, which would be red. So you're actually doing things, well, you're taking two oppositions. Actually, let me revise that. You're taking two oppositions and you're going to the middle place with both of them. So you're actually going the purple route, if that makes sense. So you've pulled back to look at what the options are, seeing how life is unfolding in one way, seeing how it could unfold in another way, and then choosing your path deliberately, which is a beautiful way. It is empowered, and I feel like, the staff is, in the Lord of the Rings, Gandalf had the staff that kind of, breaks through everything. It was the same thing, and Moses, his staff, it parted the seas. So holding that image that you can create the parting of the ways that needs to happen so that you can really bring them back together in a different way, I think is really where your power is this year. Specifically for this month, we have the Empress card. Great card. This is actually going to be a really interesting month for you, and it's clarified by the ring. So while this is a general read, what I'm feeling here is that Pisces, you are moving into a really sensual part of yourself. You're really settling into not only your intuitive nature, but also, the receiving place. Being able to sit back and allow for things to come to you. You have sowed your seeds. You have put your energy out there. You have been working really hard. All of that stuff is in your past. You've done it. And now what I'm feeling, at least from these two cards, is that the energies are coming back to you and you can relax back, okay? The other thing about the Empress is that it is a card of fertility and of pregnancy. So if you are looking to get pregnant, this is the month to do it. And if you are just finding out if you're pregnant, congratulations. And if it's perhaps something that you're not ready for, just keep that in mind and perhaps take extra measures so that you're super cautious, okay? So double it up, basically. Empress is the card of Taurus as well as Libra. It's the Venusian energies. And I love that because we're in the middle of when I'm filming this, we're in the middle of 2 Libra full moons, which is coming to fruition. So you have this energy of even giving birth. So maybe somebody is coming to fruition even. Maybe there's some Pisces out there who are just about to be a mama or a papa. So congratulations there as well. Now, it's clarified by the ring, which is a commitment card. So I feel like if this is not actually stepping into parenthood, or even planning on that, what it is that you're actually committing to yourself in being in this receptive mode. Maybe you have been playing with your magic so much so that you're liking what you're seeing and you're like, I think this is the way I'm gonna live from now on. This might just be my thing. So I feel like there's a commitment there. This could actually be that there's an engagement coming. So if you're feeling that, if this is an alignment for you, this might be the month that that comes through. And what the cards are saying is to receive that engagement. Now, sometimes, you know, we talk about energies being flip-flopped. While I try to keep the energy specific to Pisces, if it's you needing to go forward to your feminine, or not even to the feminine, but to your Empress. So like if you're not in the receptive mode, even though the cards are telling me that you are, if this is flip-flopped, then this might be the month that you are proposing, if that makes sense. But let's get some more background here, Pisces. I'm going to use the Klimt Tarot to do the past, present, future. I have pre-shuffled, and I'm going to give a few more here while I'm talking to you. Cards are flying. It's been kind of nutty because it's still Mercury retrograde, but it's been really interesting as they've been coming. So for Pisces, what's been going on for Pisces in the past? Right now we're in April. We're talking about April 2019. Okay, all in reverse. Very interesting. So I'm seeing that there was not a balance. You weren't feeling very balanced, but I'm also seeing that you might have felt burdened by not being in a relationship of balance, struggling to make sure that what you were giving was also what you're receiving. Okay, we're talking about the receptive mode now. And while this might have been a struggle or eventually kind of taken you down, been so weighty, I think that you've actually been able to say, you know what, this is not for me. This is not the story that I want to live. This is not, if it's a relationship or if it's just a way of being, you've kind of put it down and you've said, no, it's just not serving me anymore. So you're really looking for a balance, and you're really looking to receive all of the stuff that you've put out there, right? Receiving the gains, receiving the, having things come to fruition, the same energetic push that you put out, you would like to receive. We also have the Seven of Wands, which I feel is and this is in reverse, that's the card of stating your boundaries, okay? So it's making a clear line. And I think what's interesting here, Pisces, is that you are actually kind of, this is telling me you're blurring the boundaries, and maybe you need to be a little bit more clear with your boundaries. Maybe people have stepped over on you in the past, and that might have led to the imbalance in, where people take more than they give back. So that's what seems to be the struggle in the past, is that it was about making sure that you're either in relationship or with, relating to everyone, right? Not necessarily in partnership, but relating to everyone, where your energy going out is the same that comes back, that you're not doing too much, right? You're not doing more than what's coming back. And I'm not talking about withholding. What I'm talking about is where you put your energy, you're putting it into projects, you're putting it into people who are capable of giving back, okay? So don't put them into dead projects, don't put them into dead weight. It's choosing where your energy is going and making it in terms of an investment so that you would also receive equally, okay? So being really specific about where you're investing your time and your energy in people in general, okay? So we're coming out of that. I think that is what it was. See, look at this. We're coming out of it. That was what was creating weight for you in the past. And right now, what's going on for Pisces for April? I know that one wants to come. One more. Thank you. Okay. Again in the reverse. Interesting. Okay. So we have the Empress right up in both decks. Okay. So in the present, energies right now are really about fertility. And let's break this down to what fertility is. It's that you have planted seeds, right? You are capable of holding the space for growth. You are capable, your ground is fertile, right? Your mind is fertile. You have the capacity, the energy to grow something, okay? And it doesn't have to be just a relationship. We're talking about things across the board, very general here. The Empress is also, she receives the energy. We can even say from the sun if we're talking about growth, right? So the energy coming in is finally what you feel is equivalent, and even more so, because I think that it's a reward for giving so much in the past, that you're receiving energy that is rewarding. So you might be receiving more if we were to break it down energetically, like you gave 100% in the past, well, you might be receiving 120, okay? Just to give you an extra push because it's been a struggle in the past. So right now, I'm feeling that this energy is coming into you, or this idea of receptivity, relaxing back and saying, look, I'm not going to see, I'm just kind of relaxing back in the chair. No more struggle, no more fighting, no more of me needing to make myself known to others. If you don't see me, then you don't see me. That's what I'm feeling for you right now, Pisces, is that you have put yourself out there in beautiful ways that were of the utmost integrity, and now it's just receiving, right? It's to a point where you've kind of given it up, surrendered it, and said, all right, universe, bring me whatever, okay? We've got the King of Swords and the World card both in the reverse. So if we're talking relationship and there is an air sign involved, or if we're talking this Taurus or this Libra involved, I've got a more compassionate way of communicating that is being asked for, okay? The King is, when he's in the upright, he's very decisive, very clear, but not speaking with his heart, okay? It's all very mental. When he's in the upright, when he's in the reverse, what I feel that is that it's a call for bringing the heart forward in that communication. That's the need. He's not in his power, and his power is false in a way anyway, because it's all mental, and that truly to be in your power is that you're fully aligned, right? You're aligned with all of the elements. You have, earth, air, fire, and water. So we're grounded, we're considering our passions and our action, we're heart-centered, and we're mentally clear. So that's the alignment of all four. With the King being in the reverse, it's definitely telling us that we need to draw back into our hearts in this communication, okay? So if it is a partnership where there's a need for communicating only heart stuff, okay? Not brain stuff, not head stuff. And if you are emotional because of hormonal irregularities, because you're growing a baby or something like that, then try to breathe into whatever's going on before you speak your truth. And when I'm filming this, we're still in Mercury retrograde. That will turn around by April, but the lingering of it will happen, that lasts for a couple more weeks. So let it go towards the end of the month. Just know that the communication will work itself out towards the end of the month. We also have the World card in the reverse. So whatever cycle it is that you're really trying to break through, okay? So if we're talking about this ability to sit back and receive, you're still being pulled towards giving extra energy, okay? Just know that cycle is still, that pattern is still up for you. And it does take time to make those changes. So even though you may be wanting to commit to this new way of being, which is receiving, which is feeling, the goodness of your heart, knowing that you've done everything right up until this point, we'll just say it, why not? And you're committing to that. The universe does this thing where it'll bring up the exact opposite, and it'll say, are you sure? And it's because it's a pattern, because it's something that we know or that we're used to. We sit back and we're like, wait a second, that was exactly what I wanted a year ago. Am I sure that I'm on this new route, right? So just know that you might have these little things just kind of, knocking on your door saying, are you sure that you want to go this new way? Are you sure that you're committing to your facilities to receive? Are you sure that you believe in the integrity of who you've been? So these are deep questions that are coming up. And so the world is just there to remind you to double down, right? To double down into what you really are committing to this month, Pisces. Really fascinating cards. I'm actually really quite excited for you. I didn't even ask the question, but I'll give those. We're talking about the future here. I've got some movement in the future, which is great. Movement specifically in the, oh, lovely, in the communication realms, okay? So we are moving forward. You are not looking behind yourself anymore. So I think that when that, and this is, again, in the present moment, you might be challenged, okay? But in the future, you are doubling down. You're realizing this, you know, I'm committing to being in my receptive mode. I'm committing to honoring my emotions. I'm committing to giving and investing my time, energy, love in projects, people, you know, resources that are of equal value as I am, and that will partake in this current, right? This equivalent current, this back and forth, where I'm receiving just as much, right? Beautiful card. The Knight of Water is in the reverse. So if there's a water sign coming up, and sometimes these are people, sometimes these are just energies. So if there's a water sign coming up, just know that the emotional element that's coming forward toward you, okay? So we're talking about, you know, the Knight of Water is, and you know, it's an emotional movement, right? We want to charge in and make those changes emotionally. We're still not completely ready yet. There's this person, if it is a separate person from you, may not be quite understanding of all that they need to commit to if you have decided that you're going to be in receptive mode, okay? Now, if this is your energy, normally that's how I read it, is that even though you are in this place of wanting to receive, you're deciding to move forward in that way, you're being clear with your words about it, just know that the movement forward is just a little slower than you thought, okay? So receiving is different than acting, okay? Two separate energies. So even though you may want to tell people, even though you may want to, you know, burst out in the world saying, I'm ready to receive, that's not what it's about. It really is about sitting back and just allowing and not taking any action. You don't have to tell anyone if you don't want to. You don't have to explain yourself. That's what I mean, really. You don't have to, you know, post it on Facebook or, you know, Instagram or whatever. That's not what it's about. It's about you really sitting back and watching the world develop based on all of the seeds that you planted already. And what else is coming forward is there's this deep celebration in that, okay? The Three of Cups is here, which I love having that card, especially towards the end here, is that if you can resist the need to say, hey, did you know I'm in a receptive place now? And that you can give me whatever I want? Like, that's not what this is about. This is, you know, if people want to come to you, new people, right? And you're deciding, should I invest in this person or not? See how much they're willing to present to you first, rather than you presenting to them first. I hope this makes sense. So what I'm feeling is that the energies here are that it's really let the world show itself to you, and then you can decide where you want to put your energies forward. You are moving into a much clearer place, and it's a heart-centered place. I'm definitely feeling that. You're not really, I'm not feeling like this is, you know, this Knight of Water that's coming up. I don't feel like that's a bad thing. I think what it is it's just an extra check for you to keep yourself moving towards this new way of being, so that you don't give too much. Because this is, you know, this whole reading is about what you've given too much in the past, and then how can we celebrate who you are and what all you have for yourself, what's being given to you here in the future. Because that's what that, you know, that Three of Cups is, that celebration, but other people are filling up your cups. You don't have to, okay? You do, you're capable of it. That's not what I mean, but we're in this place where we're holding open our cups. We know that we deserve to have them full. Who's gonna fill them? Oh, you're gonna fill my cup? Okay, you're gonna fill my cup? Great, you know? So it's again, receiving this and making that true commitment to knowing that wherever you're putting your energy, You want to feel that energy come back. You want that equal investment coming back, whether it's in relationships, in whatever that may mean for you. But it's definitely you committing to this energy, which is a beautiful energy. It sits really well on you, Pisces. This is feminine, but it's also emotional, right? It's watery. This is a natural feeling for you. And when I say feminine, I'm looking at masculine and feminine as a part of all of us. So for the masculine Pisces, and irregardless of, pregnancy or whatever, that's not, the idea of creating a thing doesn't have to be an actual person. That creation is what we're talking about. And the only way in which that commitment to the next step is going to happen for you is if you rest into the fact that you've put yourself out there and the right people are coming towards you. They're going to come to you and you're going to feel that they're the right person because they're going to fill your cup. If they show up and they're asking something of you, they're probably not the right person, because at this point you're in a place where you are capable and ready to receive. So that's the energy coming towards you. Beautiful reading. I hope this makes sense for you. Let me know in the comments section, or if you have any questions, I'd love to hear from you as well. Or hit that like button if you're feeling it. Pisces, I'm wishing you all the best this month. I'll see you soon.